everyone. I am Joshua Franklin, and I'm going to be talking about scams versus integrity. And mostly in business right now is going to be the main angle. Let me go ahead and take this gum out of my mouth. I just put it in too, but pretty cold out here right now. But we're going to get it done. I really felt like I needed to talk about this because this is something that just is in our society, and it's been in our society, scams specifically, but integrity has also been in our society. So both of them have been in our society when it comes to business, and it's always going to be that way. No matter today, 20 years from now, 100 years from now, there's going to be people that those of us who will do business with integrity will get those opportunities to be challenged on our integrity, and so it's always going to be for us to hold the line and to not give in and to not be afraid to stand for what's right. And so I think that in the face of it all, in the face of where we look at maybe friends who are getting over and it may be somewhat easy, they may be doing business the easy way, and easy way meaning scams. There it's all online. You can see it happening. And the reason why is because business, if you've ever tried to start a business, if you've ever pushed to start anything of meaning, it does not come easy. It there is no The word easy is not in the vocabulary at all. You can't even try to push it in there. There are times where you can catch your breath in business, and things may for a moment be like, this is what it's all about. And I believe strongly in that. That's the whole reason why you start a business. That's the whole reason why you push to be able to do something that is challenging, that nobody else has done before. And so, I think ultimately the goal is to get into business and to strive for excellence. And my thing is, obviously integrity. That's what this is about: excellence, integrity, and have fun. Obviously, you want to do something. You want to be doing what you're doing, and I think that you can have the argument all day whether what you're doing is fun, as far as your business, whether what you're doing is fun, or is it, because, like, for example, I'll make a good example. YouTube as a business can be somewhat entertaining, but big thing is whenever you're doing it on a day-to-day basis and it becomes like a daily grind, that's whenever it becomes more and more difficult. Sorry. Hey, I'm right here. He's probably looking for me. But it becomes more and more difficult, um, the more you push, you are having to push in to business, and you have to stay consistent. That's the biggest thing. It's about consistency in business. And I think that this is the right time for people to really understand that, because I think that when we get into a mode of watching everybody, and we all know that, but when we watch ourselves, we get so much information when we watch ourselves and how we move throughout our days. Especially when you're working towards a goal, and whenever you have goals and dreams and ambitions, and you start to watch yourself very closely, you begin to realize that it is difficult, and that's okay. That's the biggest thing, is that it is okay. Admit it, that it's difficult, get over it, call it a day, and then continue the work that you're already doing. You got to do it anyway. So slowly you have to figure things out. And sometimes you do have to dive into things to in order to figure them out, like school. We dive into school all day, right? You can go to school and you have to dive into the books, into a bunch of stuff that you don't understand. Why? You have to learn it. You have to learn it, and eventually you become somewhat good at it, and it's never 100%. The biggest thing that I haven't said in this is about perfection. Perfection is okay. I strongly believe, personally, I take an opposite view. People like to say perfection. What do they say? Progress. what do we call it? Progress, not perfection. No. All right, got it. Everything is going to be progress. There's going to be progress, brushing. Yeah, there's a progress to waking up in the morning and going to brush your teeth, right? All right, great. You need to be setting the bar high. If you set your bar down here, if you set your bar down here, you're going to get below down here results. You can guarantee that. When you set your bar up here and say, I'm striving for perfection every day, I'm going to set my bar up here as high as I can get it, and you may fall right here, but it's better than setting your bar down here and then falling way below that. So set your bar high and be prepared, because it is an upset. It can be an upset whenever you are striving and doing things that nobody in your family maybe has even done. There are upsets. There are times where you're going to be down and out, tired, and not wanting to continue. That we all have those moments. It just happens, but you can't allow those moments to define whether you're going to set the bar for perfection every day. The bar for perfection is up here. Set it every day, no matter what. Just set it in your mind. It costs you nothing to do that. That's the weird thing. And the reason why we set the bar down here, it we set it all the way down here, is because of our view. We look at society and we look at all of these things and we dub it as right. We say that this is right and this is the standard, and it's not. The standard is for us to be stuck in status quo. We're the standard is for us not to elevate ourselves. That's the standard. It doesn't trigger in your mind that somebody, a government or somebody would want that to be. And this isn't propaganda. I'm not trying to speak, propaganda. I'm just saying what that's just the way that the system is, and our leaders have said it. Like, I've been to business meetings, and superintendents have said, things such very, and I'm gonna try to quote this person, talking about the students in the school system and talking about how, they are going to go out into the community as like just employees, like just, I mean, it was so menial, and maybe I'm not saying it exactly right, but he made it seem like, this is just their lot in life. And the businesses that were at this meeting were nothing. They were just regular humdrum businesses, come on. We have to have a bigger vision. Have a bigger vision for yourself, because nobody else is. I'm not going to say nobody else is going to have it, because there are people like me that when I get into interactions with people that want something in life and that have a passion, that drive, you're going to hear it from me all day. I'm going to be motivating you. I'm going to be pushing, I'm going to be pushing you and talking to you like, yes, let's go. And giving as much much advice as I can. So there are people out there that are that are those helpers. But actually, the thing that I'm trying to say is nobody's going to do it for you. People can get you close. People can give advice. People can even, some people will give you money. Some people will give you time, but nobody's going to give you that thing that's going to help you to accomplish the thing that you're trying to do. There's a certain passion that has to be there, with you, and that you can cultivate. If you don't have a passion, you have to develop a passion. That is literally your mission. If you do not have a passion, develop the passion, and wake up every day, say, I'm setting the bar for perfection. It's going to be high. I know it's mind blowing to think that I can come and set the bar for perfection high every day, and then when you're starting out, guess what? It's going to be tough. It's going to be coming down here. But guess what? Every day I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna set the bar high. Perfection every day. Perfection. You get a little bit, you're getting a little bit higher. You're getting a little bit higher. I'm gonna set the bar high. Perfection. Boom, you're getting a little bit better. Oh, and then you get up here to what you thought was perfect, and you're like, what in the world is this? Like, no. We gotta set the bar even higher. Okay, perfection. And there's a methodology to that. There is a psychological but also spiritual methodology to that. It's great. It's amazing that we have to strive for perfection, and knowing obviously that I'm not even going to say it. I'm going to say this, that you strive for perfection, and that's it. That's it. There's no buts. We always put a but behind that, or before it. You know, there's no other extra things that can be said other than strive for perfection every day. That's what I wanted to say, you guys. I'm thankful for this opportunity, to just speak about something that has been on my mind. Just the ability to, scams are just rampant in the world. They're not going anywhere, and they're tricky. It happens to everybody. It happens. It's happened to me, but it's also been a part of my job to help to stop scams. And then also on the other side of things, as far as integrity, we all get tested with integrity. Are you going to do the thing that you know is right to do, or are you going to do this other thing that seems easy? We all get tested with it. So the better thing to do is always going to be go with integrity, go with honesty, and in business especially, because you're going to be dealing with people. You're going to be dealing with yourself, number one. You're going to be dealing with people, number two. So in business and life in general, we're talking about business, but we're talking about life skills as well. So in business and life, have integrity. Don't allow other people, just because they're successful and it's on the outside, or they're just lying about it, don't allow that to influence you. Don't succumb to fake influencers that are trying to lull you into their traps, into their dreams, and even your own job. Don't believe the hype. I have a really good job that I work. I have a really good job, really good people. I don't have anything negative to say about them. I don't have anything. I don't have the negative stuff. Oh, I want to leave this place because I want to do this and that and this. I'm doing what I want to do. I'm working my job and I'm working on my business. What more can I ask? What do I need? A lot of times we just want, but we're not paying attention to what we already have. That's the only thing. What is already there? Pull it apart, pick it apart, take inventory on yourself, and say, you know what? These are the areas that I know that I have something, going for me. I know I have this, and this going for me. No matter what, I could say, all these negative things about my own personal life right now, but guess what? I still have, name the things that you have currently, and then go from there. You always have to start with what you have, and you always have to look at, okay, well, like I said, I don't have a dream. I don't have a vision. Guess what you got now? You got a mission to go find your dream and your vision. That's what you have now. So go out, go do that. Thankful for you guys, whoever was able to hop on. These clips are going to be going right back up online whenever I have the time to repost them. So yeah, glad I got a chance to get this out. All right, guys, peace.